Namaste, my friends. Good morning. Welcome to All Levels Yoga. This morning I will be focusing on part 2 of Kapha balancing. So if you missed yesterday's practice, we also focused on Kapha balancing. So I encourage you to go back and watch that video before you do this video. We'll be working on building on to what we focused on yesterday. Kapha is that, as I previously described in yesterday's session, just very briefly, Kapha is just very earthy kind of qualities, heavy sluggishness. And this is the Kapha time of season as well as the Kapha time of day, which is 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. So you may be feeling that sluggishness and heaviness in your body, and which can also cause a lot of mucus buildup in the body, water retention, and just a feeling of just heaviness. Like you don't want to do anything. And with everything going on in the world today with the coronavirus and all the worry and the unknown, you may have more of an imbalance in your Kapha energy. So we will focus today on bringing lightness to the body, bringing lightness. So opposites decrease. Like increases like, and opposites decrease. So that's just one rule of thumb to remember in Ayurveda when you're trying to balance yourself emotionally and physically, is like increases like, and opposites decrease. So if you are feeling that heaviness in the body, focus on lightness. Lightness within your physical asana practice, and lightness with your food as well, eating more light foods like salads, fruits, vegetables. So we will begin with some pranayama. Just as we did yesterday, I introduced Kapalabhati. And I will do some more pranayama, more in depth if you're interested in pranayama. Visit my class on Fridays at 6 a.m. And let me turn down the music. Okay, apologize for that. Okay, so on Fridays at 6 a.m., I do a full sadhana meditation practice. So half of the session will be focused on pranayama, breath work, and the other half will be focused on meditation. So if you're interested in that, feel free to pop in and join me. And these sessions are being recorded, so if you can't make the live sessions, just pop into my YouTube channel, Yoga Castle YouTube channel, to see all the recordings. So let's start with our breath, our Kapalabhati breath, sitting up nice and tall, lengthening out through the crown of your head and making sure you find a comfortable seat. Okay? You could be sitting on the floor, on the chair, on your couch, whatever feels comfortable for you. And on the inhale, we're going to inhale about 80% of the way. So inhale about 80% of the way through the nose. And then on your exhales, through the nose, slight short bursts of exhalation. For as many times as you comfortably can, and then smooth exhale. And let's try that together. And your exhales can be as many times as it feels comfortable for you. So if you're a beginner, I would kind of Shoot for maybe up to 20 or 30 or less. If you are advanced in your practice, and you can do as many as 100, up to 100 exhales. So let's try 2 rounds of Kapalabhati. Inhale about 80% of the way through the nose. Short bursts of exhalation up to 20 rounds. Smooth exhale. Good. Taking a catch breath or 2. And then preparing for your second round. Inhale about 80% of the way. And then short bursts of exhalation up to 20 rounds. And then bring your breath just to a natural, easy, organic breath. And close your eyes. And take a moment to notice the effects of your practice. Kapalabhati is also known as a skull shining breath. So notice any sensations in your head region, sinuses. And begin to soften into these areas. We carry a lot of tension in our face. So soften your forehead, around your eyes. Soften your jaw. Swallowing once or twice, clearing out your throat chakra. Maybe even clearing out your throat. If you have kapha imbalance, you may have lots of mucus going on, so you may have sinus issues, congestion. Relax your shoulders. Soften your elbows. Maybe let your hands rest in your lap, on top of your feet. Settling into your space, just begin to notice your breath. Bringing your awareness to your senses. Sense of hearing. See if you can hear your breath. And don't try to change it, just notice. And notice any sounds in the room. And notice if you hear any sounds in the distance. Maybe birds chirping, cars passing by. Just notice. And bringing your awareness back within the room that you are in. And bring your awareness to your sense of touch. Notice the earth, Mother Earth beneath you. literally holding you up, supporting you, enabling you to feel a sense of security, sense of peace, safety, supported. Sense of touch. Now bringing your awareness to your sense of sight. And even with your eyes closed, noticing the mind becoming clear, focused, and sharp as you allow yourself to detach from that which no longer serves you. And scan your body. And notice how you are beginning to feel a sense of lightness just by freeing yourself from emotionally attachments. Freeing yourselves from the burden of what is weighing you down, causing you to feel that heaviness. Now give yourself permission to bring in this warmth, this lightness, sense of peace, happiness, and joy. And set your sun Kapha, your sacred intention. And repeat it to yourself 3 times. And give yourself permission to come back to this place of complete awareness and acknowledge your intention. Allowing it to manifest itself, come to fruition just by simply being, just by simply breathing and being you. And slowly taking your time, allow your eyelashes to flutter open. Open your eyes, taking in the color and the light around you. And then as you inhale, let's take a big stretch. Reach your hands up towards the sky to stretch. Take your gaze up, palms together, and bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, reach those hands up towards the sky. Palms together, and exhale, bring your hands to your heart. And then on your next exhale, just let your hands rest on your legs. And let's take some circles here. Nice rotations of your upper body. bringing in that movement, that flow, feeling that sense of support and steadiness of the earth, but yet going with the flow, allowing us to connect with our second energy center, which is the center of creativity. It's the go with the flow energy center, as I like to call it, allowing you to feel joy, to feel open, creative, inspired. Take a slight pause and just go the other way. Your circles could be big, they could be little, slow or fast. So if you have a lot of kapha energy and you are feeling like too much sluggishness in your body, the bigger your circles and the quicker you move, then the more you will be able to unbalance or bring your kapha into balance, I should say, by bringing in more movement, more lightness to the body. So remembering that opposites decrease, right? We want to decrease that sluggishness. Take a few more rounds. And then coming back to center, sitting up nice and tall. And on your next exhale, let's place our right hand on the floor. Inhale, left hand up towards the sky. And as you exhale, leaning over to your right and bending your right elbow as much as you need to. Some of you may be able to place your forearm on the floor or maybe take a block and placing your forearm on the block. And then just finding length here, really reaching, trying to open up your side body here. Find a nice energetic line from your hip to your shoulder, all the way up to your fingertips. And then inhale, making your way back up through center. And now placing your left hand down. Stretch that right hand up towards the sky and then leaning over to your left side. Staying on the palm of your hand or bending your elbow, reaching. And trying to maintain both of your sit bones rooted onto the earth. If your right sit bone is off of your mat, then you can place a blanket or a block underneath. And then inhale, coming back up to center, palms together, exhale, hands to heart. Good. And now we're gonna bring some movement and flow to this and flow from side to side. So inhale, reach your hands up towards the sky. Exhale, bring your right hand to the mat. Left hand comes over. Inhale, back up. Exhale to the left. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale to the left. Inhale, come back to center. And add a twist here. And as you exhale, twist to your right. Twist your whole upper body to the right and bring your fingertips to the floor. Taking your gaze over your right shoulder. And now just take your gaze up towards the sky. So come to center, look up, and then take your gaze over, draw your chin over towards your left shoulder, and then bring your chin parallel to the earth. And then inhale, come back to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Fingertips to the floor. And taking your gaze over your left shoulder. Sitting up nice and tall. Staying in your twist, but just take your gaze to center and then up. So looking up, chin comes up, look up. And then exhale, bringing your chin over towards the right shoulder, right side, and then bring your chin parallel to the earth. And then inhale, coming back to center. Now let's flow through these twists. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, center. Palms together. Bring your hands to your heart. Good. Now let's take our feet, our legs, let's bring them out in front of us. Bend your knees out in front of you. Bringing your hands behind you. Fingers could be pointing behind you. And we're just going to do a little seated windshield wiper here. So drop the knees to the right. Come back to center. Drop your knees to the left. Come back to center. Drop your knees to the right. Come back to center. Drop your knees to the left. And back to center. Now staying in center, feet are about hip width distance apart. Draw the shoulders back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together like your shoulder blades are kissing. Look up, take your gaze up, opening up through your thoracic spine here. Lifting up your heart towards the sky. Swallowing once or twice, clearing your throat chakra. And then exhale, coming back to neutral spine, looking forward. Okay. Then on your next inhale, let's drop your knees to the right. And then you're going to bring your left leg behind you with your knee still bent. So it's internal rotation of your left leg, external rotation of your right leg, okay? The sole of your right foot should be near or on top of your left thigh. And then on your inhale, place your right hand down. Bring your left hand up towards the sky. Reaching, and then bending over to the side. But we're going to come up on our knees. Come up. So come up off your knee, off your butt, lifting your butt and finding a nice stretch here. And then exhale, coming back down. Good. Flowing through this a few times. Inhale, reaching, and then lifting. Exhale, down. Inhale, reaching, lifting. Exhale, come down. One more, inhale, lifting. And this time, let's extend that top leg. Go ahead and extend it. And then really reach and kind of curve your body, almost making like a crescent moon shape to really find a nice stretch here. Gaze could be up towards the sky or forward or even down. And then exhale, coming back to center. And then bringing your knees out in front of you. Hands on your shins. And taking your gaze up. Draw the shoulder blades, the shoulders back. Heart is lifted. And then exhale, round your back out. Tuck your chin into your chest. And then inhale, look up, lift up through your heart, draw the shoulders back. Exhale, tuck your chin into your chest, round your back. And inhale, coming back to neutral spine. All right, so opposite side, let's drop the knees to the left. And then bring your top leg behind you. Both knees are still bent. External rotation of your left leg, internal rotation of your right leg. Left hand on the floor, right hand to the sky. Then on your inhale, we're gonna find length, but we're gonna bring our butt off the mat, lifting. Good. And then exhale, coming back down. Inhale, lift, finding a nice energetic line. Exhale. Inhale, back up. Exhale, down. One more, and let's hold this one. Inhale, back up. Good. Go ahead and extend that top leg if it feels good. Really find a nice stretch, reaching, finding length. Maybe drawing your head towards the earth, making a crescent moon shape, finding a nice stretch along your side body. And then exhale, coming back to center. Locking your knees in, hugging them in, hands on your shins, and a few seated cat-cows here, variation. Inhale, look up, draw the shoulders back. Heart is lifted, opening up through the thoracic spine. And then exhale, tuck your chin in, round your back. Cat pose variation. And then inhale, look up, draw the shoulders back, lift up through your heart, open up the chest, look up, and then exhale, round your back, tuck your chin in. Take a few breaths. And then inhale, coming to neutral spine. Now from here, we're gonna come up to all fours position, hands and knees. Using a blanket if you need for your knees. Lining up your wrists right underneath your shoulders. Knees, hip width distance. Spread your fingers out nice and wide. Keeping your core engaged, draw the belly in towards your spine. Having a nice neutral spine. Lengthening out through the crown of your head and always maintaining a nice natural curve of the lumbar spine. The lumbar spine should never be flat, so always maintaining a nice curve of the low back, lumbar spine. And then on your next inhale, we're gonna come up to downward facing dog. So walk your hands about one handprint up. Curl your toes under. Lift your knees off your mat, just a little bit, just hover here, hover, okay? Draw your navel in, this is lots of core work, so draw your navel in, keep your core engaged here. And then bring your knees up a little bit more, but hold it. Good. A little bit more, hold. All right, now come up all the way, draw your butt up towards the sky. Bring your head so that it comes in line. It's right between, your head should be right between your arms. Come up on the ball bones of your feet or on your tippy toes. And then exhale, just melt your heels towards the mat. If your heels don't touch, that's okay. Bring your chest, your heart closer towards your thighs. Taking a few breaths here. Keeping your knees soft, bending them as much as you need to. Maybe even bringing some movement in your downward facing dog. Walking your dog perhaps, hinge one knee, then the other.
And then on your next inhale, taking your right leg and just reach it back behind you. Just lift up that right leg back behind you. Roll out your ankle. Roll the ankle the other way. Then bringing that foot, your right foot, bring it to the top of your mat. If you need to grab on with your hand, grab your ankle. Put your foot so that your ankle lines up right underneath your knee. Okay. Option to keep your back knee down as a modification. You're on the ball out of your back foot, so both feet are facing forward. And then on your inhale, use your thigh to bring yourself up to a lunge. Anjayasana. Okay? So settling into your pose and be patient with yourself. Allow yourself to really be in your pose. So you may want to straighten your leg and then bend it, maybe adjust your stance. Bring your hands to your hips. And then zip up like you've got tight jeans on. Draw the navel in, lengthen out through the crown of the head. Imagine that you have this invisible string tugging at the crown of your head. Hips are squared forward, settling in, allowing yourself to be in the pose. Inhale, reach your hands up towards the sky. Relax your shoulders. Bring your palms together, bring your hands to your heart. Bring the palms apart, bring your hands apart, and bring your arms in a goalpost position. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, lift up through your heart. Maybe take your gaze up. And then inhale, bring your hands up towards the sky. And then exhale, bring your hands down. Step back to downward facing dog. Go ahead, walk your dog out, walk it out. And now picking up that left leg. Reach your left leg back. Roll out your left ankle. Roll it out the other way. And then when you're ready, drawing that left foot to the top of the mat. Take your time getting there. And then when you're ready, come up to your lunge, Anjayasana. Use your thigh for support if you need to. And again, as I said, take time to settle into your pose. Bring your hands to your hips. You can straighten the front leg and then bend it a few times. Adjust your stance. Make sure you feel stable. Your feet should be lined up as if you were on railroad tracks. Knee is lined up over your ankle. Good. Draw your navel in towards your spine. Lift up through your heart, but relax your shoulders. And then adding on, extending your arms up towards the sky. Palms together, bring your hands to heart. Pressing into your palms. Feeling the energy between your fingertips and the palms of your hands. And then inhale, bring your hands apart and to the sides with elbows bent, palms facing forward, goalposts or goddess arms. Lift up through the heart, squeeze shoulder blades together. Maybe take your gaze up. And then inhale, reach your hands back up towards the sky. Exhale, hands to your mat. Step forward to the top of your mat, forward fold Uttanasana. Let your head hang heavy, let your arms hang in ragdoll. Or grab opposite elbows. Or grabbing your toes with your first two fingers, peace fingers, grab your toes. And drawing the crown of your head, let your head be heavy. If you're holding onto your toes, put a bend in your elbows to really find that length in your upper body. You can even move rock side to side. If you're in ragdoll, just let those arms hang. Sway your body side to side. Shaking your head, yes and no. And then inhale. Place your hands on your thighs. Look forward. Or half lift. Legs are straight or bent. Whatever feels comfortable for you. You just don't want to lock your knees. And then as you exhale, fold, find your fold again. Inhale, slowly come up, sweep your arms up towards the sky. Allow your head to be the last thing that comes up, and reaching your hands up towards the sky, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, sweep your hands up towards the sky. Exhale, forward fold. With a bend of your knee, slight bend of the knee, hinge at the hip crease, not at the waist, at the hip crease. Forward fold. Placing your hands on the mat. Take a step back with your right foot, step back with your left foot, come to plank. Line up your wrists right underneath your shoulders. Okay. Bring your butt down so you have one nice long energetic line here. You can drop the knees for modified. If you're dropping the knees, you want to have one nice long line from your knees to your shoulders. Good. And then on your exhale, lower yourself down. Bend your elbows. Keep your elbows tucked in close to your sides. Bend your elbows coming down onto your belly. Uncurling your toes. Tops of the feet flat into your mat. Keeping your elbows tucked in. And then coming up to your cobra. Maybe it's a baby cobra with your elbows bent, and that's perfectly okay. Or maybe it's a full cobra by starting to straighten out your arms, extending the arms, lifting up through your heart, keeping your elbows soft. And then exhale, drawing your butt back onto your heels. Bring your knees apart to give yourself some space. Big toes touch. And just sit back on your heels. Bring your forehead to the floor or a block. Melting your heart towards the earth. Child's pose. Sinking the hips back onto your heels. Stretching your fingertips, walking your fingertips as far out as you can to find a nice stretch in your upper body. And then inhale, coming back to all fours. Bringing your knees back to hip width distance. And then curl your toes under and Lift your knees, come to downward facing drop dog. Draw the butt up. Go ahead, walk it out. Good. And then on your next inhale, extend that right leg up towards the sky. And this time, let's add an opening of our hip here. So go ahead and hinge your right knee, and then turn out your right hip so that your right hip is stacked over your left hip. Okay. Take your gaze, look underneath your left armpit, and see if you can say hello to yourself with your right foot. Good. And then straighten your right leg. Square your hips off towards the mat once more. Now bend your knee, bend the right knee, and come forward, drawing your shoulders over your wrists like you're coming into a plank. Good. Bring your knee in towards your chest, and then place your foot between your hands. And coming up to our lunge. Inhale, hands towards sky. And let's clasp our hands behind our back. Drawing your hands towards the floor. So draw the knuckles towards the floor. Drawing the shoulders back, squeeze shoulder blades together. Keeping your knee aligned over your ankle. Your back leg is stable, strong. And then exhale, hinging at your hips. Hinge forward over your front leg or on the inside of the front leg. Drawing your hands away from your body, or let your hands, your arms rest at your backside if your shoulders are bothering you today. So be sure to listen to your body. Let the head hang heavy towards the earth. And then using your core center, draw the navel in towards your spine and draw the crown of your head. So come back up, like you're reversing. Good. Draw the knuckles towards the floor, towards the earth. And then release, bringing your hands up towards the earth, towards the sky. Bend your elbows, palms facing forward. Lift up through your heart, tilt your head back. Exhale, palms together, hands to heart. Then bringing your hands to the earth, step back to downward facing dog. And go ahead, walk that out. Inhale, left leg high. Bending your left knee. Turning out the left hip, so externally rotating. Finding a nice opening of your left hip joint. Stacking left hip over right. Square your hips. Straighten that left leg for a moment. Now bend your left knee. Bring the shoulders over your wrists like you're in a plank pose. Bring your knee in toward your chest and place your foot between your hands, lining your ankle right underneath the knee. Inhale, coming to your high lunge, Anjayasana. Clasp your hands behind your back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, kiss your shoulder blades, and then draw your knuckles towards the earth. And then exhale, hinge, folding forward. Hover over the front leg or maybe on the inside of your front leg. Arms could be away from your body or resting at your backside. Let your head hang heavy. Inhale, draw the navel in, engage the core, draw the crown of your head back up towards the sky. Extending your hands towards the sky. Bend your elbows, palms facing forward, goddess arms. Lifting up through the heart, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Palms together, hands to heart. Exhale, hands to the earth, and step forward. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Bringing your hands to your thighs, look forward, half lift. Keep your elbows tucked in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up towards the sky. Palms together. Exhale, hands to heart. Good, and let's find our Tadasana for a moment. So placing one hand on your belly and one hand on your heart. Bringing your feet about hip width distance apart and rooting into all four corners of your feet. Drawing the navel in, lift up through your heart, let your shoulders relax. Close your eyes. And just take a moment to once again become aware of your senses. Notice the difference. Notice the lightness you may be feeling in your physical body. Sense of touch. And notice if your sense of hearing is heightened. Maybe you can hear your heart beating. Noticing your sense of sight, even with the eyes closed. Noticing a sharp mind, clear, focused. Good. And then on your next inhale, bring your hands to your heart. Namaskar. And then heel toe your feet out more than hip width distance. Maybe the heels are in and the toes are out. And bend your knees, coming into a squat. You can sit on a block if you'd like, or bring your hands to the earth. And then adjust here. If you need to come out wider, you can, finding your squat. Hands can remain on the floor, or maybe bringing your hands back to your heart, drawing the sits bones towards the earth. And give yourself permission just to let go here. Give yourself permission to surrender. Apana Vayu. Downward flow of energy. And bringing your hands to the earth. Straighten your legs. Take a wide leg forward fold so you can adjust your stance, maybe go a little bit wider if you'd like. Let your head hang. You may grab ankles or big toes with your peace fingers. You can rest the crown of your head on a block, a book, a pillow, or just let your head hang in space. Bend the knees if you need to. Taking a few breaths. Good. And then on your exhale, place your hands on the floor if they're not already there. And then heel toe your feet together. Bend your knees. Come to a squat with your legs together. Give yourself a hug. And then make your way on your mat, on your back. Finding our Shavasana. Taking up all that space on your mat and beyond your mat. Letting your feet kind of flap open to the sides. Let your arms rest at your sides or on your belly. Close your eyes. And bringing your awareness to your breath. Noticing the ease of the breath. How effortless it is to breathe now that you've made all this space. Getting rid of clutter in the mind, clutter in the physical body. So honor yourself. Honor all the work that you have done to get to this place. Just taking a few minutes here. In complete awareness, stillness, peace. Now slowly begin to bring physical awareness to your body. Wiggle your toes, your fingers, roll your wrists out, roll your ankles out. Wiggle your nose, wiggle your ears if you can. Shake your head side to side. Shrug your shoulders, roll the shoulders out. Maybe take a stretch, as if you've just woken up from a nice little nap. And then bring your knees into your chest. And rolling onto your side. Allow your head to be cradled by your arm or your hands. And just take a moment to thank yourself for giving yourself this gift. Of taking time to care for yourself. Be kind to yourself. And then when you feel ready, come up to seated. Place one hand in the earth and then the other. Keeping your chin down, just let your head be the last thing that comes up. Finding your comfortable seat. And we will close our practice with Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So feel free to join in with me. We'll take a complete exhale. And inhale to chant. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste.